Most people in the UK are literally burning money without realizing it. Not because of inflation, but because they are paying excess tax. If I told you there is a completely legal way in the UK to grow your money and never pay tax on profit, no capital gains tax, no dividend tax, and no tax on interest, would you use it? Because here is the scary part, millions of people either don't use it or they use it completely wrong. And that mistake can quietly cost you tens of thousands of pounds over time. Today I'm breaking down every single ISAs available in the UK, who it's actually for, when you shouldn't use it, and how to combine them properly so you are not wasting your allowance. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what ISA you should open. Firstly, what actually is an ISA? ISA stands for Individual Savings Account. An ISA is not an investment, it's a tax wrapper. Think of it like a protective box. You put money inside that box, whether that's cash, investments, funds, shares, and whatever grows inside that box is shielded from tax under rules set by HMRC. That's it. Every adult in the UK gets 20,000 ISA allowance per tax year. That tax year runs from 6th April to 5th April in the following year. If you don't use that 20,000 allowance by April 5th, that's gone forever. You can't carry it forward. That's why April is such an important month financially. Now, let's go through each type. Let's start with cash ISA. This one is simple. You put cash in, you earn interest, that interest is tax-free. Who is this good for? Emergency funds, short-term goals, people who cannot tolerate investment risk. Now, here is what most people don't realize. Outside an ISA, your savings interest is only tax-free up to a limit called your personal allowance. If you are a basic rate taxpayer, that's £1,000 of interest per year. Higher rate, that's 500. Additional rate, you get zero allowance. Now let's say you have got £50,000 sitting in savings earning 5%. That's £2,500 in interest. If you are a higher rate taxpayer, most of that is taxable. Inside a cash ISA, zero tax. The mistake, using a cash ISA for long-term wealth building. Because inflation will quietly eat away your purchasing power, cash protects stability, not growth. Now let's talk about where actually wealth is built. The stocks and shares ISA. This is where things get powerful. Instead of just earning interest, your money is invested. That could be index fund, ETFs, individual shares, bonds. And here's the magic. All growth and dividends are tax-free. Let me give you a simple example. If you invest £20,000, it grows 7% a year for 10 years. That becomes just under £40,000. Inside an ISA, you owe zero tax. Outside an ISA, you could owe capital gains tax above the annual allowance and dividend tax each year along the way. Over 20 or 30 years, that tax drag compounds massively. This is why serious long-term investors prioritize their stocks and shares ISA every single year. Biggest mistake here? Panic selling when markets drop. An ISA doesn't remove risk, it removes tax. If you are investing for less than 3 years, this probably isn't the right vehicle. But if you are investing for 5, 10 or 20 years, this is your best friend. Now let's talk about lifetime ISAs. This one is powerful but misunderstood. You can open it between ages 18 and 39. You can contribute up to £4,000 per year, and that £4,000 counts towards your overall £20,000 ISA allowance. The government then gives you a 25% bonus. You put in £4,000, they add £1,000. That's a guaranteed 25% return instantly. But here is the catch. You can only withdraw penalty free to buy your first home under £450,000 or after the age of 60. Withdraw for anything else, you pay 25% penalty, which actually means you lose more than just the bonus. So who is this for? First time buyers who are sure they will buy in the UK, or disciplined long-term retirement savers. Who is it not for? Anyone who might need that money flexibly. It's powerful but only if used correctly. Next, innovative finance ISA. This one is peer-to-peer lending. You lend money through platforms and earn interest. Returns can be higher, but risk is higher. This is not the same as cash ISA. This is not protected in the same way. This is for experienced investors who understand credit risk. Most beginners do not need this. And finally, Junior ISA. If you are a parent, this is huge. You can invest up to £9,000 per year per child. This money grows tax-free. It's locked until they turn 18. Let's say you invest £200 per month from birth. At 7% growth, by age 18, that could be roughly £80,000 to £90,000. That's university paid for, or a huge house deposit, or a serious financial head start. That's the power of starting early. Now let's zoom out. How do you combine these smartly? In 20s, stocks and shares ISA first. Lifetime ISA if you are buying your first home. In your 30s and 40s, max your stocks and shares ISA. Junior ISA for kids, cash ISA for emergency fund if needed. If you are high earner, max ISA. Then use pension for additional tax relief. Which brings me to something important. ISAs and pensions are not enemies. Pensions give you tax relief going in. ISAs gives you tax-free withdrawals coming out. The smartest people use both. Quick myth busting. You can have multiple ISAs. Just don't exceed £20,000 total contributions per tax year. You can transfer ISAs between providers. Always use the official transfer process. Some ISAs are flexible, meaning you can withdraw and replace money within the same tax year without losing allowance. And remember, your allowance resets every April 6th. Let me show you the long-term impact. £20,000 invested at 7% for 20 years becomes roughly £77,000 inside an ISA. That's yours. Outside an ISA, tax chips away at that growth. Over a lifetime of investing, ISAs can save you tens of thousands of pounds. Not because of better returns, because of less tax. And investing isn't just about making money. It's about keeping more of what you make. So, how do you start? Step 1. Decide your goal. House, retirement, kids. Step 2. Choose the ISA type that matches that goal. Step 3. Pick your FCA authorized provider. Step 4. Set up monthly contributions. Step 5. Don't panic during market drops. Consistency beats timing. If you watched this far, you now understand more about ISAs than most people in the UK. If this helped, hit like so more people stop overpaying tax. Subscribe for more simple UK money videos like ISAs, pensions, tax bans, all broken down in plain English. Thanks for watching and I will see you on the next one.